Hey guys, it's Bianca Sophia. In the following voice recording, I'm just speculating here. I'm not saying this is 100% true. I'm saying it's come up a lot. Okay, so don't take this as 100% facts. Do you know what I mean? Okay, I love you guys. Here you go. Some people might not even understand what I'm talking about because this is with the knowledge of going in that we started on planet Terra, okay, in 5D, right? And then the fall happened. Okay, so this is with the knowledge of that, okay? Here you go. So I wanted to talk about something. You know how most of the animals on our planet, like there's a version of them that, and I've talked about this before, but I'm going to cover it now again. Like, look at all the animals on our planet, right? On planet Earth, right? Isn't it interesting that like all of the beings out there in the cosmos are like lion, half human, right? Or reptile, half human, half bird, half human. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just interesting that the beings that were supposedly came after the humans, were probably created from the humans. Created by the humans. Hear me out. Because you know how everything's happening now, right? Wouldn't it make sense that the human was crossed with the lion and that's how the felines came to be? Do you know what I mean? Because remember, the human being is the angelic genetics, right? And they were the first made. They were the first. Okay? They're the first beings. So it makes sense that they created the felines, the avians, all these other beings to begin with, right? And it's like, I think it's all started on Earth. And I'm hearing, yes, it's true. It's all started on Earth. So that means like, wow. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like Terra is not where it started. I feel like Earth is where it started, and then we went up to 5D, and then we fell. The fall happened, right? I feel like that's what happened. Because it's like, then where did all the other beings come from, right? Or did they come from a completely different universe? But I know. I'm hearing Earth is what started it all. So that makes sense that, it's very interesting. But then you have to take into account the whole, everything's happening right now. There's no such thing as time. And it goes back to me saying and thinking how sick this is that we have to thank the Nazis for being sick and doing these experiments, which ended up leading to these beings, these half lion, half human being. Do you know what I mean, guys? It's like, I understand why they wouldn't want to tell us if this was the truth. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't want to give credit. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't either. Do you know what I mean? Like our whole cosmos was created by a psychopath. Psychopaths. Like, I know how bad that sounds. See, and this is where, like, but some of y'all are like, yeah, we know exactly. Like, you're totally like catching on, right? Like, I'm telling you, this is the universe of psychopathy, right? I mean, it's the universe that's like, it's a mirror, right? And it's like, yeah, we went dark. Who in their right mind chooses to go through stuff like this, right? Oh, let's go down to Earth and get raped. That sounds like fun. Let's learn what is that about, right? Let's go down and be tortured and traumatized so bad so we break apart and let's see what it's like to be tortured so bad, to see how strong we really are, how strong our soul is, right? Because it's like in that room when you're being broken down, it's like your soul makes the decision, right? Am I going to just die, or am I going to fight back? I'm going to do what I have to survive, and that would be, the breaking of that consciousness, right, into a bunch of pieces. But apparently, this is what's really cool. We're reaching the level now where we don't fracture and we stay and we live. We live through the trauma. We're like so strong that we can handle anything, but not that we should have to handle that. Do you know what I mean? It's like the angelic bloodline they're so strong, and it's kind of scary, how strong they are and how strong they can be. And maybe that's true. Maybe that's what needed to happen, is they needed to be humbled. So we got thrown into hell. Do you know what I mean? But we are the ones who created hell to begin with, right? Like, think about it. Again, let's do an experiment where we're traumatized, right? That sounds like fun. Let's learn about that. Who would think of that? A psychopath, right? A psychopath would think about that. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. I feel like we don't even realize how dark this place is. But at the same time, remember, we have to flip that. And like I said before, if you are one of these very powerful light beings, you can go really dark. You can go on the complete opposite spectrum, right? So think about that difference too. I just had to get on there and then bring that up again because my mind always goes back to that. These beings that are half feline, any type of feline. There is an ET, half man, half wolf, half man, half dog. There's just so many ETs, or, you know, like the lion beings, right? The reptilians. They just can mix the human with anything. And I heard that's true. They can mix the human with anything. They can cross it with anything. Like if you guys listened to on Super Soldier Talk when Daryl was on. King Daryl, when he went to the police, when he did 20 back. Remember him? Remember his story? How he saw that spider. It was half spider, half man, right? And I think that's like the whole thing is like we have to look in the mirror and we have to look and see how psychotic we all are, right? And accept it. Accept that you're a psychopath, heal it, and then move on, right? But it's like that psychopathy, I'm telling you, goes all the way up into the higher dimensions, and that's crazy, right? And that's why I'm a little worried, like if it can get darker, is it going to get darker than this? Do you know what I mean, guys? I don't know if I'm making sense or not. Whew, I'm getting a little, like, yeah. I think I'm going to stop there. But I don't know. Those are my thoughts. I love you guys. So as I was editing this, it's like I had more thoughts come into my head, okay? Now, you know how everyone's talking about going to 5D, right? There's this whole thing about evolving to 5D. And I think what's happened here is that it's like the last time, that first time we were here, we evolved to 5D, right? And then the fall happened. So it's like, I think that's why people are getting confused, right, about going to 5D, because we went there before. We did that before and we fell. The fall happened, right? But this time we're going to 12D. Do you know what I'm saying? That's so interesting. Now it starts to make sense. Wow. All right. These are just my thoughts. I don't know if this is facts, but it's like, why else would I be getting these thoughts, right? Shields up, swords up. Let's get it.